IFRS 16 leases, presentation of the lease liability on the face of the statement of financial position. Guidance for presentation comes from IAS 1 and specifically looking at paragraph 60. An entity shall present current and non-current assets and current and non-current liabilities as separate classifications in its statement of financial position. Further guidance, IAS 1, paragraph 69C. An entity shall classify a liability as current when the liability is due to be settled within 12 months after the reporting period. Your lease liability balance at year end is calculated as your present value at initial measurement plus any interest accrued in accordance with IFRS 16, paragraph 36A, minus all payments made in accordance with IFRS 16, paragraph 36B. To determine the current portion of this balance at year end, it is important to understand what is included in this year-end balance. If your year-end balance only includes capital, the current portion is the capital payable in the next 12 months. Your balance will only include capital if there was no interest accrued. So the final lease payment for your financial reporting period would therefore have been paid at year end. If your balance includes capital and accrued interest, so your year-end dates and payment dates do not coincide, your current portion of this total lease liability balance is the capital payable in the next 12 months plus this total accrued interest that's now also included in the year-end balance. This is similar to what you did on normal accrued interest. Accrued interest has always been presented as a current liability. Now with IFRS 16 and specifically because of paragraph 36A, your accrued interest is included in the lease liability balance. Therefore, that accrued interest is part of the current portion of your lease liability. Important to note, any interest that will only accrue to the lease liability in the next financial year is not yet included in your year-end balance and therefore can also not be included in the current portion presented on the statement of financial position. When you decide on your presentation of your lease liability, you are not changing your balance. You are only splitting that balance between a current and a non-current portion. So if any amount is not yet included in that balance, it can also not be included in the amounts that you present on the statement of financial position.